Good afternoon. It is Saturday and I have been busy getting my house upgraded. I can finally upgrade to house size 5, level 5, so that I can make a slightly bigger house. I think this is the cap for early access, so after this I won't be able to make it any bigger, and I'm actually quite surprised at how limiting the cap is. Like, there's actually not a lot you can do with what you're given. I mean, there is a lot you can do, but it's less than I would have thought. Anyway, let's go tell them we can upgrade.
Glory to the Horde. Be safe.
There we go. Now, I'm also going to do my daily.
And function.
Life stirs from dry soil. Camp where fishes may take rest. Fire warms the treasure. Good luck.
Treasure
God.
the home you have.
Life stirs from dry soil. Camp where fishes may take rest. Fire warms the treasure. Oh God. That could be anywhere. Camp where fishes may take rest. Oh, I guess we're looking for some sort of fisherman. Gee, I can't think of... I can't think of a place that matches these descriptions. Life stirs from dry soil. That sounds like the bloom. Could it be around... Ooh. Could it be around here? Not looking like it. This one is officially too big. What about here? This is the edge of the bloom. Okay, you know what? Giving up. I'll look around again later. I'm eager to start building. I can't waste my time wandering around. I'll look a little bit on the other side quickly. A couple of houses still haven't been taken. Okay. I may need to go decor hunting today. I've got quite a good selection, but yeah. Let's see. Oh, this is an add-on that I've installed that's supposed to make decorating easier. Okay, so I can add an extra room. I think I want... Let's see, how long is it? 3... 5. I have space for... Surely I don't have... No. I could add a stairwell room if I wanted to. And that's about it. If that's what I wanted to do. So that is not what I want to do. Let's see. I think I want a hallway here. That's going to be my secret library. And then I do kind of want maybe something coming off here. Yeah. Should I do another small octagon room? Yeah. Okay. I think that's good now. I'm busy doing my outside snow area here. Got a couple of vortex teal mugs to stick down. Actually, oh. Control C. Yeah, but that just... Not sure about this add-on. I think I'm going to disable it for now. Today is not a day that I want to be playing around with that, and since it doesn't seem to be able to do the one feature I'm looking for, yeah, I have very little use for it. So today what I'm thinking is I'm redoing my Christmas room, well, Winter Vale room. I took down my tree. I have to build another one. Thankfully, the trick that I've developed to build trees makes it a lot easier than it otherwise would be. Does it understand how frustrating it is to have the stuff refuse to stay because of silly restrictions about clipping? I'm sure the restrictions have their purpose, but it feels silly. Aha. I'm thinking I want to completely redo my central garden as well to make it more winter themed. I make it more spring themed in the spring. Apparently, they've changed this in the beta. Oh, that's the wrong color. What is it? Yeah, they've changed the gimbals in the beta so that the gimbals are all different colors. So you no longer struggle to figure out which one you're supposed to be selecting, which is great to hear, because genuinely the amount of time I spend accidentally spinning the wrong gimbal is embarrassing. So I am very happy that they've thought of that. In fact, the more I hear about how the changes they've made to housing on the beta, like, housing is just like such, I have so much faith in the housing team. I don't think I've ever had this much faith in a World of Warcraft team. I've always believed in the devs. I always know that they're very enthusiastic and that you don't work for Blizzard unless you love the game. But like, believing in them doesn't mean that you always think they know what they're doing. But with housing, man, like they clearly understand what is working, what people like, and they clearly care so deeply about making this experience as good as it can be. And it's so good. And also, I think the fact that housing is a new feature, I think makes a massive difference, because with previous World of Warcraft features, the issue has always been they've got this legacy to contend with. I mean, it took them so long to implement dragon riding, and that was after they spent so much time trying to reverse what they had done with flying. They kept trying to go back. They introduced pathfinding because they wanted to go back, because anything's going wrong and they blame it on, well, we've changed how we do things. We shouldn't have changed how we do things because how we used to do things worked, and so we must stay the same always. The same thing with like catch-up mechanics, making things like easier on alts, all of that. It's why Shadowlands made the decisions that they did. Those decisions were made based on believing that World of Warcraft was successful because of a lot of things that had actually made it really out of date. And they didn't want to let go of those things because they were afraid that they would lose something. And it took World of Warcraft like tanking and getting sort of outshone by, I mean, I'm sure it was never outshone. I'm sure that World of Warcraft still was doing more numbers, but like it took that competition from Final Fantasy, I think, for Blizzard to actually realize that it was time to change their approach, that we didn't live, the demographic has changed. World of Warcraft players are older, they have responsibilities. We're not going to spend, well, I say this having been doing this for the last few days, but usually we're not going to be willing to know life the game anymore. We're going to be irritated by ridiculous mechanics instead of impressed. And like they finally learned that lesson, but it was a struggle. And to this day, you can see they still struggle with that lesson. They still make decisions that are very old-fashioned. It's actually amazing how when you can see different content has been developed by different groups, they've definitely got some people there who still cling to the old ways, and whenever they get control over the decisions and they design something, it's always such a chore, it's always so awful, and it's because they have that regressive sort of way of thinking. An example would be resonance crystals. We're finally, I think a lot of us are becoming aware of just how ridiculous the resonance crystal grind is. It's just unnecessarily bad. Like, why is it like that? Especially at this stage of the expansion. Whereas, and I think that hangs over them because they fear giving us easier mechanics. They fear, the whole fun detector joke is because they fear that if they make things too easy or too so-called fun, that it will actually kill the fun, and they'll lose something that makes World of Warcraft special and people will stop playing. And their fear is not unjustified. It is very difficult to make changes. Sometimes you think a change is going to be a good idea and then you introduce it and it's a disaster. I mean, I disagree with this take, but look how many people still complain about the original introduction of flying. I think they're morons, but it's something that stayed a discussion and has not gone away, even now, even today, when we have absolute proof that actually the problem wasn't flying, the problem was that flying was boring and that dragon riding is amazing. Even now, people still talk about, oh, they should never have introduced flying, because they took something that was established and it was the second expansion, and people still think that was a convenience. That was a mistake that was introduced for convenience, and that it killed something that was important about the game. So you can see why Blizzard fears introducing new approaches, new tactics with a lot of things. And when it comes to stuff like class design, encounter design, I am not going to pretend to know what I'm talking about. I have no doubt that they have their reasons for anything when fights are particularly difficult, or whatever's the classes are imbalanced, or I suppose that's usually unintentional. But my point is, usually I wouldn't be able to say, are they even wrong when they decide to stick with the old ways, even with rewards. Is it true that resonance crystals are too difficult to obtain, or has the difficulty level of resonance crystals been something really important to keep people engaged? I don't know for sure. I have my suspicions about what I think, but I'm not aware. I don't know. So I do sympathize with them, and generally believe that they probably know more about the subject than I do. But all that said, with housing, it is so nice that there's none of that baggage anymore. Like at all, because housing is a new feature. So anything they introduce now isn't a big change to something established that players are used to. It's just part of the new, mode. It's part of the new feature, that the new feature can be as flexible as they want it to be, which makes this a really great time for housing, I think, because this is when they can be really flexible and make huge changes that seem to completely change everything sometimes, without it feeling like they've taken something away. So I'm glad that they're taking advantage of it. And I definitely think that it's the fact that it's a new feature is one of the reasons why the housing team seem to be having so much fun with it, is because they actually have the luxury of being able to, without worrying about destroying decades of status quo. So yeah, and the end result is a team that saw people floating their houses and went, you know what, that's not what we wanted, but we're going to let you do it anyway, and we're even going to make it easier, and actually now that we see what you do with it, it is what we wanted after all. I kind of knew they were going to have that approach. That's one of the reasons why I made the video, was because I was like, I'm not going to hold off making it out of fear that they're going to say, oh no, if you're floating houses, you're doing something wrong. Because I was like, so far they've been really, really cool about this. Whenever they see people being creative with these things, they seem to embrace it. So I suspected they were going to have the approach that they had, but I didn't know for sure. So it is very nice. It was very nice to see that confirmed. Now, I think that is a nice enough outside view. Ooh, this tree does not have snow coming on it. Where is my brazier? I might have to move that up a little. I'm probably going to have to log into my Druid and buy a few more of these braziers if I end up doing the central room with snow. I haven't decided yet if I am going to do the central room with snow. But if I do, maybe I shouldn't have trees right up against here. Maybe I'll clear this one away, or at least move it. There we go. Honestly, placing these braziers, it's one of those things that works so well, but then you start to overthink it so quickly. You're like, should I have 3 braziers here? Should I have 4, 5? Is the light shining? Like now there's a gap in the lights. That's not good. I'm trying to use it with as few. I'm trying to use as few braziers as possible because you kind of don't want. You don't want to flood your roof with braziers. It's also, in general, using as little decor as you can to create an effect is wise because there's a decor limit. I've already got 500 decor placed and I feel like I haven't even started to decorate my house. So yeah, I'm not going to put down another brazier just for this. I mean, put up another brazier just for the sake of extra snow. I wish I could make favorites in my decor list. Like pin some items or something. I'm sure that's a feature that will be coming. It's probably add-ons that already do that as well. I am not a moron. Oh, I'm sorry, Limskin. I know better than to make that comment because I know people feel very passionately about that mount thing, and including people I very much like and respect and agree with on almost everything. But I can't help but have a strong opinion about this one. And I was like, well, it's my stream. The only place I get to say people are wrong. But I do know that you're not a moron. I won't legitimize the opinion enough to say that, you know, you have, that it's a right, that I won't pretend that I think the opinion is in any way right. But it is ridiculous of me to jokingly say you're a moron for thinking that, because of course a lot of people think that, and for reasons. I won't call it good reasons, but there are certainly reasons there. The place decor menu needs a search function. Absolutely. Like, right? That has got to be coming so soon. And again, there's probably an add-on for it already. I'm trying to hold off on downloading too many add-ons at the moment, because like decor add-ons, because, you know, everyone seems to be trying to be the decor add-on, and I'm ending up with a lot of duplicate features. So I'm just kind of sticking with Plumber for now. They've been adding some really good decor features, and I kind of trust them to figure out any other, if any other ones are necessary. But I might end up installing something for a search bar if someone like Plumber doesn't add it, or if Blizzard don't add it themselves. I think I'm going to do the 3 window this time, because that's what I've kind of done in the rest of my house, so it's a bit more of a standard thing. I think this is looking very nice. Definitely got some snow coming into the house now, which is not what I want. So again, I've got to move the brazier balloon around a bit. At least the drop-down menu keeps your place. Like if you're working on Pandora Pantry, like if you close the menu and open again, it's still there. That's good. It doesn't reset the whole thing and send you back to the top of the list. It's like such a little thing that could be so annoying if it was slightly different. Yeah, I had to move these braziers anyway, otherwise I got snow coming into the window, which is not what you want either. I think that's snow enough. Now, my favorite cushions. Yeah, like these categories are fine, but I should be able to make my own categories. I should be able to go books that I can just click on from the main menu, or Winter Veil that I can just click on from the main menu. I mean, you can sort by things, but yeah. There's definitely room for improvements. As I've been getting more decor, and I have been getting a lot more decor because I specifically wanted to upgrade my house. I don't think these windows are even. Can't see from there. Do these look even? I don't think these look even. I hate that it resets like that. What was I saying? I have gotten distracted. I get very easily distracted while doing this. Yeah, like I make these windows, these window seats. Yeah, this is not right. And I would love to have a category that just is window seats, so I can quickly find the cushions that I use, for example. Yeah, Plumber is great. They've introduced copying dye and copying and pasting just normal decor. Like, you know, there's definitely room. I've noticed nobody seems to have done it where you can copy and place something that's already big, unless I'm misunderstanding what the options are with that other add-on that I just disabled, because that is specifically what I'm looking for. Ugh, I could go insane trying to make these windows look even. Okay. Cushions. Suramar seat cushions. I think we're doing purple here. I'm still not happy. God, I am... What is the opposite of... What's this? 300. There must be like an equivalent of 300, but the other way. Maybe it is 240. That is looking a bit right. Okay. So the reason I've redesigned my winter veil room is because I've got this train delivering food, and I was like, I really want the train to actually be coming from a kitchen. Like, I love that idea. So, which means I need to make another train, which means I've got some lumber farming to do, because I think the trains are actually really expensive lumber-wise. And considering how ridiculously expensive the trains are lumber-wise, they do not sell for as much as they should. They sell for just enough for it to be like not worth it to actually buy myself, but not enough for it to really be worth farming the lumber and selling the trains. I make more from string lights, although I don't think my string lights have sold today. Oh man, this seat is too high for me. Okay, so apparently we're gonna have trouble lowering this any further, which is weird because usually I can jump up on these window seats. So maybe I need to reduce the size of the beam. I am not happy with this. Okay. This is what player housing is. Long periods of perfectionism. Just going, no, that's not quite right. No, that is not quite right. Is this not scaled properly? No, it's scaled at 200, so what's going on? Oh, it's just not positioned properly. Aha, I think that looks fine. Some cushions. Let's see, this one's dyed. That's one of the dyed ones. And now where are the cushions? Is it an ornamental? Pillow rolls. Don't I have a dyed pillow roll? Guess not. Okay. I do regret that I have to position one of these again. They're such a pain to position. It's amazing how like tricky positioning cushions can be. They look so great if you do it right, but they look stupid if you do it wrong. Okay, that can't be. Oh my god. There we go. Huh. So the trick with these is to not click on the line when you want to move it like that. I did not realize that. There we go. See, now I wish I'd chosen the... No, actually, no, blue pillar wouldn't go well there. I definitely always feel a bit like the dye sometimes looks tacky. Like I'm very unsure about some of these dyes. There. Now. I wanted a book, didn't I? I do like to have a book. So, where should that go? Let's see what books I've got. Now, where are books kept, actually? I don't think I've ever noticed. That's the... Ah, there we go. That's the other thing. Like, books and bookcases... are kept in different locations. So yeah, you want to be able to make your own tab. Say this is library, this is window seat, etc. I just got this tome. Nah, I think an open book. Tome of Twilight Nihilism. That's a bit dark. What is more appropriate for... Winter Veil? I think the Word of the Conclave is good because, I mean, it's Winter Veil, you know, it's Christmassy, may as well do something, take World of Warcraft's pseudo-Christian holiday and add World of Warcraft's pseudo-Christian religion to it. Make it properly traditional. And we can read it and laugh and laugh. Also, The Word of the Conclave is a genuinely nice book. It's got pictures in it. Yeah, this is beginning to look too busy. Maybe I can get away with reducing the size of some of the pillows a bit now. And I do think this pillow needs to go here. And maybe reduce a little bit more as well. Okay. I think that looks great. Now, so I've got my winter room, got my feast, don't have my wreath, don't have my tree yet, but I actually want to work a bit on designing the rest of the house for a while. So what did I decide on for this floor plan? That's right. Okay. Whoa. This is going to be my bedroom. And it's going to go into this bathroom area. And then this area is going to be, I think, more servants' quarters or wine cellar or yeah. So this area is the kitchen. Not sure if I like how dark this kitchen is turning out. Let me change the wall material. I'm not sure I like the human look either. I might just stick with generic. I don't know if I like cottage. Okay, I guess I only have so many options. I could do cottage, folk, rugged stone, silver moon. I think folk is good. This one should still be stone, I think. Here I'm gonna build a wall because half of this room is gonna be a waterfall bath. The other half is gonna be like wine cellar type thing. Do I have the right structures for this wall though? Surely the internal walls aren't just... There we go. Okay, let's see. Looks like if I'm planning on building a wall, I have to use certain material with my original. Okay, that solves that problem. So that has to be rugged. Oh dear. It is slightly... It's not come out quite right. Here we go. This is not big enough. Rats. Okay. Gonna have to tilt the wall slightly. I hate doing that because then it doesn't click together nicely. Wait, how wide does this door have to be? I can narrow this door. Yeah. It's clipping. It's clipping. It's fine. I'll just put something in front of there. The old-fashioned solution. I think this will be big enough. I guess I could try. Nah. Okay, so waterfall bath. I'm going to need a waterfall. Yeah, I think these fountains work. How big can I scale this up? The plumber timer is so useful for housing. I hate it. I don't want to know how much time I'm spending on housing. Oh, that can actually grow very big. But it is mechanical. Doesn't necessarily look right. But I mean, maybe that's not a problem. Ooh, this is a problem. Okay, let's scale that back down again. This is certainly a contender, I think. Just not happy about the giant pipe. But I mean, I will be adding rocks here. Yeah, this actually looks like it might be the right waterfall to use. Just want to look at decor. catalog and see what other options there are. We can get, oh yeah, structural, large structures. Okay, that's pretty cool, but there's no waterfall. Same problem there. That is a waterfall. Maybe I should try that actually. If I can position that right, that might be... And I like that this one... Ooh, yeah. This is looking promising. Wow. But you're not really in a bath. I don't like that. It's a cool... Yeah, I might add that, but I don't know if that's the way to go as the original option. And what about this? Doesn't get big enough. Okay, so we're sticking with the undermine one for now. Just gonna take another look at the catalog. That looks pretty good. Small caribou fountain. Ooh, what is this? Overgrown wild hammer fountain. That looks great. Wild hammer wedding. It's a world quest. Oof. World quest in the Twilight Highlands? That doesn't make sense. It must be a daily. And it sounds like it's an alliance daily. So the chances of me ever being able to do that quest are probably quite slim. But I must definitely go check it out at some point. Okay, large stonework fountain. Do I have that? No, I don't. That looks great. Oh, this is just a... Okay, that's just from decor vendors. I must go collect that straight away. Also gonna need some of these. Oh, are these also decor vendors? That's convenient. Okay. Time to go visit my neighborhood vendors. Yeah, this inside, this garden that I've got in the middle of my house, I want to completely redo it. I'm going to make, it's coming off the kitchen, so I'm going to have a herb garden, going to have maybe a well. Kind of wish I had more space in it. Okay. What decor vendor was selling that fountain? Lens Blinswolf. Okay, so smugglers. This is one of the reasons why that plot's a great one, because you're right close to the smugglers, and the smugglers have good stuff. I'm buying from these smugglers all the time.
Have you come to trade?
Okay, let's see. Large stonework fountain. And let's get a cup of... Oh, there's a spice stand and a produce stand. Yeah, I've got some ideas for those as well. The stuff you get from the decor vendors is absolutely like... It's a good selection. You've got so much to begin to work with just from what those vendors sell, without having to go get special decor anywhere. Okay. So this will be the kitchen. That will be the wine room. Stonework fountain. There we go. This is looking promising. I think this is going to be way better than the Undermine fountain. I think so. I mean, yeah. Okay, now the idea is to cover it in rocks. So that it looks like a waterfall. This is not my idea. I saw a picture of someone else doing this and I thought, damn, that's a clever idea. Oh man, do I not have rocks? Maybe they're with structural. Rock. Stone. I'm gonna have to go buy some rocks, okay. I thought I had more. I need some lighting in that room. Some serious, that is something I struggle with, is lighting. I do not have the expertise to know where is a good spot to put a light. So I always feel like the lighting in my rooms, in my houses, look just off.
I offer High Mountain's finest.
Wait, it's the gardener who'll have the stones.
I offer
Yen.
service with a smile.
That's not the right stones. Okay, probably gonna have to go get some.
Farewell.
You can click exit house to exit from anywhere. You're serious? You know what? I feel like I knew that, but I'm just so naturally, you know, inclined to use the front door. But that is a good point. I've definitely accidentally exited the house doing that. So I definitely know it's possible. I just have never clicked that that's something I should do instead of running to the front door every time. I shall do that next time I leave. Okay, where's the garden vendor now? Is it this guy? I think it's this guy.
Come to trade.
Yes. Boulders. Okay, so it's... Oh, crap, boulder. I have plenty in my storage. They're just called boulders. Christ. Okay. There's all these floating houses in my neighborhood. But RP walking to the door does feel satisfying. Yeah, it does. It'll feel more satisfying when they actually give us nicer doors to work with, because I don't like the 2-door options that we have. Which seems very limiting. Okay. Boulder. And does it say which, like, where are the boulders? I've never figured it out. It's not in furniture. Accents? It wouldn't be in accents. The other stones are in accents, so that is definitely weird. It's not in structural. Not. It won't be in lighting. It's not in nature. It's not in functional. It must be in miscellaneous. There it is. Okay. Right. I think this... Huh. So theoretically, you want to put down the boulders in a way where it looks like the water's coming off the rock and not the fountain. Let's try this again. flat boulder might be best. I hope we eventually get portals and teleporters as door options. Oh yeah, that would be so great. I kind of thought they probably won't give us like a portal room, although I feel like they should eventually just suck it up and give it to us. But I mean, I can understand why they wouldn't want to, because they're afraid of Garrisons 2.0 again, where people are hidden away. But like using a portal as a door, that didn't even occur to me. That would be such a cool thing to have. I think I'm making some progress here. Let's try scale it down. The Undermine Fountain might actually be better just because I think it's like further away, the water. So maybe I should use the Undermine Fountain after all. Housing streams are so cozy. Yeah. Blizzard really have made a whole new type of content here. Yeah, that's working, I think. I will have to do something about this lip. But for now, let's get some more boulders. Okay, let's try this one. Ooh. No. No. I'm actually going to just try with the Undermine Fountain quick because I just want to see if it is easier. The moment housing for WoW was confirmed, my first thought was, I'll need to display hearthstones on the mantle of my hearth. Again, brilliant idea. I love that suggestion. I just thought, well, I need my books to go in the library, and they haven't quite done what I want them to do. The books that you can pick up and read need to be placeable, so that you can go read the book off the shelf. Like, until that's possible, they haven't done books right. It's a smaller waterfall, but I think it's kind of looking better. If I can just get this rock positioned right, I might have to use a different rock. Let's get one of the flat ones. These ones are very reliable because they're flat. I think we're getting there. Oh, man, how do I... Might have to use just a really small rock. Or, actually what I'll do is I'll use this for most of it and then I'll add another one to hide the bolt. God, this is so painful. Okay, let me try mimic this exactly. I do think I'm getting there. Honestly, if there's a little bit of metal, does it matter? It does matter to me. Okay, let's try something different here. My concern is how many rocks I'm going to have to end up using. If this blows my entire housing budget, it's kind of not worth it. But I suppose that's the sort of thing you can only worry about when you get to it. Well, at least you can't see the bolts. Huh. There we go. Now. Probably shouldn't lock myself in the fountain. Oh man. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh no, you know what? I'm not giving myself any room to swim here. Yeah. That's the problem. There's very little actual swimming. That is where I think the other fountain might have been better, because there's more swimming area, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, and I like the splashing. But I also like how that waterfall looks. It's splashing as well. If I want more room to swim, what I need is a bigger fountain. Okay. Guess we're cleaning up all the rocks and making the fountain bigger and then trying again. Hmm. I could tilt it. Yeah. That's definitely a way to go, I think. Okay. Right, back to the boulders. Let me try build the rest of the fountain, and then I'll worry about patching over the bits that don't look right afterwards. Is it okay if there's like sort of cavern-like area? Yeah. Which roof are we looking for here? Maybe I should do the generic roof. I like the generic roof because it's like this really open roof. Yeah, I think that's right. I'll have to put a rock in front of the giant spinning rocket. That's the one I'm looking for. Okay, not loving the fact that I've kind of messed up part of the waterfall here. Well, from this angle, it's looking pretty good. It might look worse from a different angle. But I definitely think I'm getting the gist of what I want here. I don't want that. Oh, good. Yeah, this is looking amazing. Look how cool it looks. Ah, so good. And I love it. And I can do a little stairway up there so that I can sit in the upstairs bath. This is great. It's so good. I'm so happy. The undermine fountain is absolutely the way to go. Just wonder, should I... What happens if I lift it a little bit? I'd have to lift everything else. I'm not sure I want to do that. I gotta stop doing that. Yeah, I don't... Okay, what if I lift everything just a little bit? Let's go up here. Up. Yeah, I think this is the right choice. Do want a deeper pool. Ooh, I've lost the stone. Crap, what is it? Flat boulder, right? A, B, C, D, E, F. Flat boulder. There we go. Much better. No. I don't want to do that. Okay. There we go. I'm definitely getting in the way of the door here. Yeah, that is no good. Aha, that is the solution. Yeah. I'm so happy with how this is looking so far. Let's do this side. Patch up this area. No. Okay, time to see if you just do some smaller rocks here. This is... I'm not sure this is gonna work. I'd have to go back to the flat rock. I can't... If I can just... Need to get up there for a look. Just looking here. That's a bit of a mess. I'm definitely gonna have to do something about this side. I feel like this is where to have the steps. How is the best way to do these steps? I'll worry about that in a bit. I'm going to finish up the fountain on this side. It does end up being cramped, and I hate that. Oh man, I've trapped myself. But I mean, what can I do? You only get so much space in a house. If you want to do anything interesting at all, you end up being cramped. I should open up this. Good. I probably shouldn't have raised the fountain. It makes it too claustrophobic. God damn. I don't know. No! Why does it do that? Try lower it again. Right. It's only so low you can go with a flat boulder. Oh no! No! Stupid fountain! God. Okay, where is it now? God, what is it called? I have to look that up. Rocket-powered fountain. Where is it? Oh. Where undo bottom button right? God. They definitely need to introduce undo. That like undoes several steps all in one go because holy shit. Can't go too low with this fountain. Doesn't seem too bad. This is taking shape nicely. You can just see the shadow of the rocket moving though. I've got to do something about that. Yeah, what is... This is covering that side. Wish I could make this door wider. What a festive sweater. Uh-huh. It's actually a dress. Okay, I think if the doorway is going to be blocked, I should lean into it and have it be like... I don't know. You get across... No, that doesn't make sense. Can't do that. Thank you. It's certainly a change from the dressing gown I usually wear. Yeah, I think let's keep the rocks here small because we do want to be able to get past here. Just wanted to... Yeah, you can do like... I thought you could do a different door frame on each side. But that doesn't look like it. I do think the silver moon frame works better. Just have to move this rock. Oh no, that's not a rock, that's... That's fine. Where is a pillar? Let's see what we can do with this pillar. No, that's not gonna work. Maybe I can hang flowers or something up there. I feel like something can go there. Don't know. Oh, that's definitely not right. Oh, come on. One of these. You see the vision? Good. I'm struggling to get there, but I'm glad that it's making sense at least. Yeah, I think this is working. Now, let's see. I don't think I've ever placed one of these pillars and been happy with it. Oh, you can't scale it? Why can't I scale it? Why did I think I could? There's definitely an issue with the fact that the ugly okay, cool. Ah, man. I mean, I would need to place something here, but I think that's the way to do it. Ah, then you go straight up either into the bath or you can go over here. Yeah, it's working, it's working. More rocks. I hope they give us some pre-made stairs at some point. The custom ones are really cool. I agree. I think I am fairly certain that one of the housing interviews that I watched did specifically mention stairs. So I think we will see stairs soon. Honestly, I kind of like them holding off on certain things and then introducing it after players have found a solution, because it's just, you know, there's so much scope for creativity when you're not relying on what's provided. So, like, I do think they'll bring us they'll introduce stairs, but I like that we got a chance to make our own for a while at least. Okay, now I'm wondering if the silver moon door frame is a good idea, because I could always potentially use a pillar there instead. Can't have that. Let me play around with pillar. I'd have to do something about the roof, this roof area though. Pity you can't scale doors. Don't really know if I want a door here. Okay. Oh, of course, I can just use one of these other pillars. Maybe what I need to put here is some curtains. Let's see, wall hangings. I don't know. I do love these curtains. Yeah. Curtains into the hot tub area. Yeah, sometimes the constraints allow for some really creative solutions. Every attempt to block a little bit of rock produces more rock to block. Yes, this is the problem with working with rocks. Although that said, because of their shape, I also find it like quite easy to just, you know, you sort of just place them almost randomly and they kind of look good. I especially found that when I was doing the floating house outside, like there was no wrong way to position the rocks. And I do like that. I think because, you know, nature always looks good. Let's see. Okay. I think this rock can increase in size a little. Yeah. Maybe one more rock here. Oh wait, I've got to be careful here. This rock was gonna bleed into the next room if I'm not cautious. Oh man, no, that's not gonna work. Although, either way I have to build something here because I've got the I wonder just gonna try see how much I can. No, because then there's gonna be problems with the door. I guess what I could do is a wide doorway here. Let me just try that. Wide doorway and build a doorway. So on this side, doorway would be like this. Maybe a pole to make it look right. Why is it not aligning properly? That is weird. This fuck doorway is not aligned. I just can't. Sometimes I hate decorating. Okay, there we go. Then I could move this whole wall over, giving me more space for the fountain. But also when I have the doorway look right on this side. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. I must have a beam somewhere. There we go. This actually needs to be the same size. There we go. This is the point where I'm getting a little bit unnecessary, but I can't help it. I need it to look right. Okay, so now we can move the whole fountain over. Just wondering if this is too far over. can just put some stuff there. Need more rocks around the fountain, but and there's no rock coming through on the other side. Perfect. Yeah, sometimes the constraints allow for some really creative solutions. Wait, I think I read that earlier, but yes, sometimes it does. I guess I should be chatting more while I do this, but I am very absorbed by what I'm doing, as you can tell. Now this side, I feel like we need stone steps, so yeah, there we go, my stone steps. This one lowered a bit, I think. I like it. I have a door. I think the door should open this way. More rocks. Any Christmas decor coming on the 25th when we open our gifts under the tree? I have not seen that confirmed, but we know that there's a Wintervale tree in the database, and it seems like a kind of obvious thing to do. Although that said, who wants a Christmas tree on Christmas Day. That means you can use it for the day and then you have to take it down immediately again. But I don't think they're thinking that way. And considering the fact, like there's arguments that they shouldn't do it because, you know, not everyone has early access, but you don't need early access to collect decor. Like, I don't think you don't need, you can still start collecting decor right away. So there's nothing wrong with giving people Winter Veil tree. Yeah, so I think if that Winter Veil tree is going to be given to us this year, I think chances are high it will be in the present. Hopefully they don't just do the Winter Veil tree and they still do, you know, the toy, because there are people who don't have interest in housing at all, and it would not be nice to take away their tradition in favor of a new housing tradition. But I mean, I don't think they would do that. So I think the tree would be a bonus. Frankly, I prefer my tree. It's got a lot more personality. Building your own tree, it looks nicer. Those Winter Veil trees that they've got in the database are quite boring. It's the ones that are like all over the place. But I mean, that said, I still obviously want it. I almost feel like I should be trying to add another waterfall on this side, but I'm not sure I can face it. That would be overkill. Suspect they will wait with holiday event decor for special holiday endeavors. I feel like for the most part that's the plan, but I also think that, you know, considering the fact that the only holiday decor we've seen in the database, apart from the spring stuff that they want to sell, has been this Winter Veil thing. I feel like that might be the exception, that they just give us the tree, you know. Okay, if that is like that. Does not work, way too big. Okay, scale down. One interesting I've noticed. Hello, Mortal. Hey, Omen Turkey. One interesting thing I've noticed is they had two types of shop items listed. Like in the database, they had the spring gnome stuff, which, like, you know, who wants that? And then they had the cherry blossom spring stuff, and the cherry blossom spring stuff has been marked for deletion. But I mean, sometimes I think it's marked for deletion because they just add it again slightly differently or something. But I'm just wondering if they've reconsidered making those cherry blossoms a shop item, the cherry blossom trees a shop item. I hope they have, because there were a lot of people, it wasn't just me, pointing out that those trees are class fantasy. So I don't think it's fair to sell cherry blossom trees if you're claiming that you're not going to lock class fantasy behind the shop. Well, a lot of first-time chats on Twitch today. Hey guys. Nice to see you. Sorry, not guys. That's terrible. That is so freaking backwards and 90s of me. I mean, hello folks, hello people, hello mortals. That's my preferred phrase, actually. I'm really liking this stone room. It is cramped for sure. Oof, okay. But I feel like I can forgive it that. Oh no, this rock is coming out here. Can't have that. Oh. I need a beam or something on this side. Moving the whole wall across. Definitely need some sort of lighting in here. I wonder if those filigree lamps are appropriate. I like them because they float. Yeah, that works, doesn't it? I do want to actually have a way up there. What's going to be the best solution to that? Let me finish building the rock wall. I actually need to go get myself some tea. So I'm going to pause the stream. Well, do the be right back stream thingy soon. What's the time? Always have to check that the rocks aren't bleeding through. You know, the only problem is this is too cramped. Like, you can't appreciate what I've done here because it's so narrow. It does leave me wondering if I shouldn't be trying to do these half rooms. Like, if the fact that the moment I turn the camera, this makes me sad. I really like the design of my house, but the thing is, these rooms look so big when you see them open like this, but then when you split them, they're suddenly tiny. I mean, to be fair, with this room, I am doing this giant water feature. Maybe what I should be doing is making this whole room the waterfall room, but then where am I going to have a wine cellar? This kitchen's already tiny. Oh, you know what I should do? I should change the way I'm dividing this room. Maybe that's what I need to do. Yeah. do have to stick these walls together properly, but for now it's just a guide. And that allows me to open up a little bit. Still not enough. I'd have to move this entire thing back to make this work. So I guess that's what we're gonna have to do. This is definitely painful, but I feel necessary. That waterfall was feeling way too cramped. Okay, how come none of these stones are working properly? This is better. Means spending more time actually setting the rocks in. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take down all the rocks and start again. Which is irritating. But I think better now than end up with this horrible cramped bathroom. There. Oh man, I don't want that. God. Okay. Okay, that detached it nicely. Which means I can probably change the whole entrance to this place. This room will just be storage. Then it won't matter that it's really cramped. I already think it's looking better. The joy of decor. Always checking that it's not bleeding over. And because I've already done this, it's not taking as long doing it again. So I've got an idea of what's to do. Now with this one I can get really big because it's going into the wall. Should probably actually add that one last. This will come. Yeah, there we go. Some more of those, I reckon. What's going on, chat? You were talkative for like a second and then you got really quiet. To be fair, I'm also being very quiet. You're just horrified that I tore the whole thing down and started again. After over 20 years, I can't believe WoW is still active. Yeah, I mean, it's impressive. It's certainly been, people have been predicting it's on its last legs for a long time. I feel like it has to die sooner or later, you know, nothing lasts forever. Okay. I've been redoing my house over and over, so this seems pretty normal. Yeah, I mean, the amount of times I just pull out the cleanup mode and just go ham. I do wish we could save though, so that, you know, if you do decide to destroy what you've done and then you change your mind, you can go back. But it is true, housing involves a lot of second guessing. You do end up tearing everything down and starting over often. Yeah, it makes it hard to move rooms around if you can't save them as a template. Yeah, save is a big... Well, I think what people have been asking for, and I know they're going to implement this as soon as they figure out how to do it, is being able to save and share. That's like been a feature request since day one. And I've definitely saw an interview the other day where they said they were aware of it, they agree. It's something that needs to be available, and pretty much as soon as they work out how to make it available, it will be. If it's profitable, I highly doubt they'll get rid of it. What World of Warcraft? I mean, yeah, it's just... You never know, I don't know, private equity firm's gonna buy it out and sell it for scraps? I don't know how likely that is, but yeah. I've seen a lot of things that I thought were gonna stay around just disappear. Things having staying power is like quite unusual. Yeah, it makes it... I honestly feel like they made housing too good that now I want more and more things for it. I mean, I don't remember the last time I've been this obsessive about the game. Like, I don't care. I used to be such a big collector. I used to want to have every mount, every pet. I used to go overboard trying to collect things, and at some point, I think because of the trading posts, honestly, I stopped caring about everything. Like, I still care, I still want things, I still, you know, I still intend to go kill what's her face, the Delve woman, to get the Delve mount skin, because I always leave that till the absolute last minute every patch, but I've been getting it pretty consistently every patch. But like, otherwise I don't obsess as much anymore. Certain things I'm just like, if I don't get it, I don't get it. But with housing, my word, the amount of busy work I'm willing to put in for housing. I have been playing more World of Warcraft since I can remember. I don't remember the last time I was playing this game like this. How the stuff I'm willing to do just for a chance at some decor is unbelievable. Kaveza, that's the one. Pet battles, yeah, I got really into pet battles at one stage. But honestly, there's so much fuss about the fact that they're kind of getting rid of pet battles in Midnight, but pet battles are not a well-designed part of the game. The people who are pet battling are going to websites, downloading scripts, and then just pressing a button to automatically defeat teams. How is that enjoyable for anyone involved, except for maybe the websites that, you know, host the scripts? It's like, it's not engaging. I do feel a little bit like I'm failing to quite get the aesthetic that I had before, but maybe that's because I haven't covered up these poles yet. I really like doing old world content. I'm happy they made that relevant again. You know, like, I don't like just like, yeah, I also really enjoy doing old world content, but I like they, you know, not just by itself. So giving it a purpose the way they have, I have also really been enjoying it. I don't know if it will eventually wear thin, but so far I've been loving seeing people in, you know, zones that you almost never see people in anymore, seeing people doing farms that nobody's been doing for, you know, like years sometimes. I was in Zangarmarsh and I met like 3 other players in Zangarmarsh because we were all there farming lumber. Like, when last has World of Warcraft been like that? Decor does stand apart from the other profession stuff because there's no reason that people will only be buying Kaz Algar decor. People want the decor that comes from Outland. They want the decor that comes from Shadowlands. You're going to find people in these old zones pretty much forever. I'm going to have to compromise a bit here, I think. Pet battles seem like they haven't been touched in ages, maybe falling to the wayside like they let archaeology. I mean, look, I sympathize with them because, and I do understand that if you really care about pet battles, but again, like, do people? I thought I really liked pet battles, and then I was like, I don't engage. There's nothing engaging about pet battles. I'm going to a website, I'm downloading a script, I'm making sure I have the pets for the teams. That's about the most engagement that pet battles have. And collecting the pets, which is not something they're getting rid of. You can still collect the pets. And considering how pet battles will never compete with an actual pet battling game like Pokemon, and it's just not a very popular feature. Like, a very small percentage of players are engaging with pet battlers, and then those players aren't like, by and large, really caring about the strategy of what they're doing or the challenge, or they're just plugging in some scripts and running it and getting their pets. Like, that is the engagement that's going on. And considering that it uses development time and resources, that is a waste. That's an absolute waste to be spending people who, like, talent, who could be working on something that most of the player base is engaging with instead. Like, I don't think there's an argument to justify the continuation of pet battles anymore. like the way that they've been. What is the point of, you know, creating these strategic battles that are just going to be solved with add-ons anyway, and if you don't use add-ons, they're just irritating and a waste of your time. So yeah, I think pet collection should continue, but I don't care about pet battles. I'm fine if they get rid of them now. So I've been doing pet battle the wrong way the whole time. Have you been doing it, have you been raw dogging pet battles? I mean, I used to just, you know, just do it normally, just like figure out strategy and stuff. But then there's a run of pet battles. I can't remember what expansion it was, but it was pretty much impossible to beat pet bosses unless you had like very specific lineups. Otherwise, like, you just weren't gonna be winning those battles. So then I had to find solutions, and then, you know, once you found the solutions, why would you go back to developing your own strategy when you can just plug in, just use rarity and get the strategy someone else came up with done for you? Not rarity, rematch. Can you not even do pet battles anymore? Are they just not adding anything to the battle in the new zones? No, they are not removing pet battles, and they've also officially said they haven't. They're not necessarily getting rid of the feature completely. They're not saying that you're not going to ever have pet battles again. They might still add like pet dungeons, for example, which are a slightly more fun version of pet battles. But in Midnight, there's no new battles for now that I know of, unless they've added new ones since. But that doesn't mean that you're not collecting. You can still collect pets. It's just much easier now. Now you just go up to the pet and you throw a cage at it, and that collects it. Which I think is clever, because a lot of people are only care about the battling because they're collecting. That's it. But they still want to go out and catch the pet in the wild. So this way you're still able to do that without the tedious... I mean, look, nobody's using an add-on to defeat those collection pet battles. But then it really doesn't matter what team of pets you use at all. There's no strategy at all there. It's just a case, as long as you've got a couple of 25 level pets, you're going to be walking over any pet that you encounter. So it's like, either way, it's just mindless, the actual battling. So yeah, I think changing collections so that it doesn't involve battling is very clever. God, I have been struggling with this particular side of the waterfall for ages now. I probably need to give it up. I feel like this was better on my previous version. I did like that I had like a little bit of an overhang. And maybe I'll try that. No. Ugh. God. Okay. Just scale up. Yeah, that is too big, I think. You rather just where am I? I really just want the pets, which I think they are still adding. Yes, you can still collect pets in Midnight. And yeah, this, as I said, the method is I mean, I haven't actually tested it myself, but from what I've read, in Midnight, what you do is you just go up to the pet, throw a box at them, and it collects it. So, and I like that. That's cool. You can still have rare pets that way. All the good stuff about pet battling is still there. It's just the tedious pet battle itself, which again, I don't know who is playing World of Warcraft because the pet battles are particularly engaging. They're just not. It's like it's not possible for them to make... If you want engaging pet battles, you should be playing a game that's got engaging pet battles. That's designed for that, you know? I think there was once potentially a future where pet battles were going to be sort of like extended into a mobile game. But I also think if that was ever the plan, it has long since been killed. And I don't even know if that was ever really a plan or just something, just a rumor that players themselves came up with. That'll do. Okay, more rocks. Now before, I managed a little pool here. I wonder if I can figure that out again. Somehow I'm losing the actual place to swim here. Maybe I need to move these rocks out a little. More rocks. Where's the solution? The thing is as well, you very much get the feeling that Blizzard doesn't quite have, like no company these days has the luxury of being able to have little passion projects, you know. Sadly, everyone has to optimize for the algorithm. They have to constantly cut down on how many people are working on their game, things like that. And it does suck. It's not nice that this is the situation that companies like Blizzard are in. But it's also, it's not just Blizzard. It's not them. It's not just like them being, they're not getting rid of pet battles because they hate pet battlers. But I mean, like, when pet battles were introduced, it was in a very different environment than now. And yeah, sometimes you just have to admit that something has failed. And frankly, they've lasted a long time, because considering how few players are actually interested in them beyond just the simple collecting pets. It's amazing how many people just will not pet battle at all. Maybe I should add some... This isn't working. It just doesn't look right. It looked better earlier. What is going on? Maybe I need to rotate it a bit more. This is very frustrating. Yeah, maybe bring it out so that there's more of a pool. And rotate it a bit. Try again now. Yeah, this does look better. Okay. It's so easy to mess the kit bash stuff. So you move one piece and it's all gone. Yeah. I feel like the biggest issue I think I've been having with this fountain is it needs space to be good. You can't have it be too cramped. So now that I've given it a little bit more space, I think I'll you kind of want as little rock as possible here. Maybe Yeah, that's better. Okay. Look, you really have to, like, be so careful. As long as I don't decide I need to change the fountain completely again, I'll be fine. Yeah, that is already looking better. Let's just make sure that rock isn't... Oh, yes it is. You know, I really wanted more than one house, or more than two houses. I wanted a house for my druid and a house for my, you know, hunter, a house for my mage. And two houses is too many. I have done nothing in my alliance house. I did design the outside, and the alliance house outside actually does look better. But the inside of my alliance house, nothing at all. Like, it's so time consuming to properly work on design a house that I think the idea of having multiple houses was always insane, and I think they're very wise to start us off. Two is perfect because it's just enough for you to realize how you actually don't want more yet. It would be too overwhelming. They can always add new houses later, but I'm glad they've started. This way. Good evening, fellow guild mates. Oh, good evening, Pat. Good to see you. Always nice to see people from my guild. Which guild? I'm in two. Are you from the guild that Zoff is in, or the guild that Blood Battles is joining? I set a play container outside of my alliance house because I want to be Forsaken themed, and that's all I've done with it. I love that. My alliance house, I'm also thinking Forsaken. The spot that I got is great. It's very Forsaken coded. But alternatively, I'm thinking mage, you know, like magic. Well, I suppose I could do Forsaken mage. I mean, like, Alliance definitely feels more mage tower coded to me. Like, they have a mage tower in their city, so I suppose that's fair. And the most famous Alliance mage with a mage tower was... Yeah, the most famous mage with the mage tower was an Alliance mage, so I think it is a fair assessment to say tend to be the sort who have mage towers. What is that just the... fountain? Cannot have a spinning rocket above my nice fountain. Should probably add the door back now. I think this has finally managed to not be too cramped. Yeah. This room is cramped, but that's fine because it's supposed to just be like a wine cellar. I'm not intending it to be a room that you hang out in. From Immortality. Oh, awesome. Yeah, then that would be Zoff. So this is not the house that I have in Immortalis, the Immortalis neighborhood. The house I have in the Immortalis neighborhood looks better on the outside. The house I have in the Horde neighborhood, definitely doing better on the inside. But yeah, I really hope they introduce the ability to copy paste, because I might just end up copying my design and just having the same design in both houses. Though that would be silly. More rocks. Where are my rocks? Okay.
Honey?
Yeah? My husband is telling me I have to eat. Well, it is about time to end the stream, actually. Hope you enjoyed watching me rebuild the same fountain over and over and over again without finishing it. Either I will finish it next stream or it will be done by next stream. Either way, won't this be an exciting journey that we're experiencing together? How can I finish the stream when I'm still so close to being done? I'm actually nowhere close to being done, to be fair. Maybe by next stream I will have ripped down this fountain as well. Who knows? But yeah. that is all for today. Thank you very much for joining me. I had a great time. I will probably stream tomorrow because I am really enjoying designing this house and I can't really justify working on it during the week. So in fact, this coming week, probably unlikely to be able to do a video because it's Christmas week, but I'll probably stream quite a bit. But for now, I'm giving up on what I'm trying to do right now over there. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all next time. And don't forget to check out my latest video about how to do winter veil decorations, all of which I have now ripped down because I'm redoing it completely. I am never satisfied. Thank you everyone for watching, and bye!